Thank you so much for joining today. Your favorite podcast, Dance Boss Lady. Thank you so much. Remember to please share to whoever needs to hear what I'm going to talk about today. And today's topic is really, really interesting. It's been asked, I've been asked to talk about this a lot, and especially I've been asked to talk about this in the English version. So, meaning that I get asked more by people who speak English about this topic than people who speak Spanish. The topic is how to start dancing late in life, okay? And I mean, it's very interesting. I feel like I can definitely talk about this topic for many, many reasons. One being that I am the perfect proof that you can start late your dance career and you can really improve and become a professional, become a world champion, become anything that you want. And you do not have to be young to start, because I did not start young, you guys. My first, I don't know, like the first time that when I became a professional, I was already in my 30s. In my 30s, that's how I became a professional, okay? Most people are now, like nowadays, like they're 12 and they're like, oh my God, I want to be a professional tomorrow. I'm going under depression because I'm not a professional. And I'm like, you have to chill, okay? Chill. I understand that right now, the urgency to become famous and professional, rich, and everything is heavy on everybody. Not only the dancers, but everyone. And I am here to tell you guys that we do not need to be prey to this pressure that you have to do everything right away. And definitely, one thing that you do not need to be listening to or believing in is anybody or anything that says that you cannot start dancing because you're too old. Okay? That is complete baloney. Complete no-no is complete not true. How do you say it? Not truth? Not true. It's not true. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Now, why do I think that people think that? Oh, well, that's because they ask me all the time. Actually, as a matter of fact, this year, I decided that I want to really, really focus on becoming the best teacher in the whole world. And I will become that. But being that, I started a course for absolute beginners here where I live, right? And it was so funny to me that people would ask, other than asking, oh, well, where is it? How much is it? How long does it take? Or whatever. Where are you guys located? They would ask me things like, what's the age limit? And I was like, what? Age limit? What do you mean age limit? And then I was thinking, well, I was thinking that they were asking me if they were too young to be dancing in my group, as if they were kids. And I was like, well, I'm not against people being too young and taking these classes. The only thing that I require is that they're like at least like 1.5 meters so that they can dance with the adults and they can be accompanied by an adult, but they were like, no. What's that age limit? As in, am I okay if I'm over 50 and starting to dance? And I was like, absolutely. The age limit is when you're dead. That's the age limit. And even then, I mean, no, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, like right before you're dead, you can still dance if you want to. I don't know why people got this dumb idea that you can't. And I'm gonna give you many examples, guys. How like people always told me it was just so funny that in my life I've had a lot of people tell me funny things, super super funny, and I find them funny because I choose not to believe it. I'm like, that's so silly. I remember when I was, imagine like I became a professional dancer. I was already 33. Okay, 33. So by the time that I'm like, that people get to know me, I'm already pushing 40, right? And then even my dancers are like, oh, are you going to retire soon? Are you going to retire? Are you going to quit dancing? And I would be like, why would I do that? Like, why would I stop dancing? Oh, is your body hurting? I was like, no, as a matter of fact, it does not hurt at all. And like many things, like it was just so funny because things that they would say, I just could not like compare them to a reality that I was facing. I was not facing that reality at no point. So it was just so weird that their insistence in me wanting to quit or or saying that like, oh, because I'm older, I cannot do certain things. And I was like, no, that doesn't happen to me. If I can't do certain things, it's because I can't do them, because I haven't trained for them. But funny thing is, you know, guys, today I was watching some videos because I gave them to my assistant so she can upload them onto my YouTube channel, right? So I saw a lot of videos from me back in the day. And then I saw videos exactly 10 years after. And the difference is so big. But it's not going down. It's like, it's going way up. Like I danced like the last time that I competed was in 2019. I was already like 47, something like that, and I danced way better than in 2009. Way better, crazy better. I'm actually gonna post a video comparing. I saw a video of me dancing in 2017, and then a dance of me in 2007. And like, seriously, it's like two different people. So I'm already like super, super like way older and way better. And I'm not saying this just to say, oh, I'm such a good dancer. No. I'm just telling you guys that I became more flexible. My feet, you know how like my feet are really pointed? They were not like that before. They were not. And there's so many things that I've improved on despite being older. And the only reason why was because I didn't listen to people saying that as you get older, you get stiffer, you get, things start hurting, or you should quit dancing or whatever. It's just, if you don't listen to it, it just doesn't happen to you. And even if you feel like, oh yeah, I'm getting stiff, whatever, trust me, guys, people get stiff, even if I've seen stiff people that are 10 years old. It's not about age. It's about like who you are. Like we all have weaknesses and strengths. We all do. In my case, for instance, I've always had a thing, two things that I've had in my life, always. One, in my dancing, because I did classic before I did salsa. It's always been very hard for me to bend my knees, and it's always been very hard for me to just move, you know, like I'm very like, this is like kind of like how I dance, right? So, but I've improved by focusing on moving, and like I created this like ways of like creating body rolls because my body was not producing them. So then I had to teach my body how to produce the body rolls. And that's why like I created this system, body roll graph that I did. But anyway, my point is that being stiff was not a thing that happened over with age. I was born that way. I was just born that way. And then I overcame that. I'm still overcoming that. I'm still working on that because that's my challenge, but it has nothing to do with my age. When I was a singer, before I was a dancer, and before, people would always call me like, how do you call it? Space head? No. Yes, space case. Space case. They would call me space case because I'm all super distracted. I forget things. I'm not, it's like I'm here, but I'm not, So when I was a singer, I used to forget the songs. And I only sang 5 songs per set. And I would be singing the same exact songs every night. And 2 of those songs I had written myself. And I still forgot them because that's just how my brain works. So when I became a dancer and I'm forgetting everything, and then I gotta rehearse more than everybody else because I forget, it was not because of age, it was because that's just who I am, okay? So that's why I'm talking about me, just so that you guys can relate, so that you guys can understand that, like, if I can do it, guys, you all can do it. Trust me. Now, I'm going to give you 5 tips, or anything in life actually, but for what has worked for me, and has worked for a lot of my students that started late. Currently I have a lot of students that started like in their 50s or 60s, and that was the reason why like I became very interested in developing these systems to teach people that were not Hispanic, meaning that they didn't have that frame of mind or that reference of like dancing salsa or growing up around it. And also they were not young, so then they were not like I understood that if they were not young, then they were not gonna believe that they could do it. So then that's why I became very interested in like coming up with a system. Okay, so and this is the system that I came up with, and I use it for myself as well, for everything. It's 5 steps, and the 5 steps I made them into an all starting with a C, okay? That was in Spanish. So the first C is creer, which means believe, okay? So I'm gonna make it first. I'm going to say that in English, you want to create the belief. Create the belief that you can do it. And why do you have to create it? Because you won't pick that belief out of society. You won't pick it out of your ideas or what people tell you. People never told me, oh yes, you can do it. They never did. I had to create that belief. So that's the very first thing. And now the good thing is that I'm telling you that you can believe it, because trust me, it's been done over and over and over. So start with that. Start with the belief that you can do it. Okay. The very important thing that is that you don't want to be comparing yourself to anything, not even to a standard. So the standard should be none. Your standard should be that you're just gonna do it, that you're just going to dance, whatever it takes, okay? Wherever you wanna go, you're going to do that. So for instance, if you want to become a teacher, then you're going to learn how to be a teacher. And that's all you're going to do, okay? And you're going to believe that that's what you're going to be able to accomplish. If you want to be a performer, you will learn how to perform. You will take classes. You will practice. You will take theater classes. You will take ballet classes. You will take whatever it takes, and that's what you're going to do. And you're going to believe that you can accomplish that. If you want to be a competitor, you need to believe that if you take classes, if you take coaching, if you rehearse, if you get a choreography, if you practice, you will become a competitor, okay? Because there are competitions for people all ages. How beautiful is that? So there's nothing limiting you. The only thing that can limit you is if you let it limit you. If you let other people, other ideas, if you let Instagram tell you, if you let your own head tell you, that's the only way that you can not accomplish that, what you want, okay? The only way you can not accomplish what you want is if you believe that you can't. If you let those beliefs dictate your fate, okay? So first step, create the belief that you can do it. And when I say create, I mean it. Even if you have to, you guys you don't even know what I do. Like I come up with like so many tricks. I write down like, I am this and this and that. I am, for instance, you know, like how, like now I'm an engineer and I'm a dancer and then I'm a teacher and I'm a judge and I'm an entrepreneur. Now I'm a speaker, like so many things that I am, right? So I have to remind myself that this is what I am, so that if anyone comes up and tells me, who do you think you are to be doing a podcast? Who do you think you are to be speaking English? You're not even American. Who do you think you are? You're not even this. Before they even say that, or before any idea like that can come into my mind, I say, I am a speaker. I am a professional, whatever I want to be, you know, I am. So I create that belief and nothing will stop me from that. So that's the number one, okay? Number two is calendar. In Spanish is calendariza, which means schedule, okay? Everything that you want to do. So imagine if you are going to start dancing, that means it's a new activity, okay? It's a new activity. Like new meaning on top of everything else you have to do in life, right? So you need to have a calendar. You need to schedule the time in which you will become a dancer, okay? So if you want to start like slow, you can start with 20 minutes per day, but don't skip any day. And just make sure that you schedule it and then you put it in a calendar, okay? You say from 3 to 4, from 3 to 3:30, I will be dancing. From 5 to 6 or whatever, I will be taking class. Make a list of the things that you need to do in order to become that what you want to be. You want to be a teacher, you want to be a dancer on stage, you want to be a competitor, you want to be a choreographer, whatever you want to be is going to require many activities. Preparation is going to require a lot of things, but everything has to fit in a calendar, okay? I will be talking about how to manage your time and how to calendarize and schedule everything in a later episode, because that's a whole topic. I'm also going to be talking about how to become disciplined. That's another topic, okay? But today I'm just brushing and then just mentioning these topics. But yeah, schedule yourself as a dancer. Schedule your dance, your I am a dancer time. Okay. Sometimes those pieces of your schedule are not going to be filled with dance classes. Maybe they'll be filled with listening to music that you want to dance. Maybe you will fill them up with watching videos. Maybe you'll fill them out with writing about why you want to be a dancer, whatever. But you're going to have a schedule in which the dancing part of you is going to be respected. Yes? So from 3 to 4 p.m. every single day, I am a dancer. You schedule it and you live it. And then you start putting all the activities inside of that pocket, inside of that schedule. Okay? Now, it goes to the number 3, which is commitment. Commitment. You thought that I was not going to say that, right? You thought that I was going to be like, oh, schedule it. And then no. Now you have a schedule. You have your calendar. Now you have to commit, but also you have to make others. You have to communicate with others, which is also a C, and tell them, listen, from 3 to 4, I'm a dancer. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Don't be messaging me. I'm not available. I'm only dancing. That's what I'm doing. I'm dancing. I'm a dancer from 3 to 4 every day. And communicate to people that that's who you are from here to here, and they're going to help you commit, because they're not going to be distracting you. Okay? And then also talk to yourself and then say, listen, from 3 to 4, I'm a dancer. Meaning, the TV is not on. Meaning, I don't have kids from 3 to 4. Meaning, I'm not hungry from 3 to 4. Meaning, I'm not hot, I'm not cold. Nothing is going to interrupt my 3 to 4 I'm a dancer time. Okay? So when you commit, incredible things happen. Because then we go to the number 4, which is consistency. It's incredible what happens when you are consistent, even for a little time. I found that being consistent for 20 minutes a day is better than doing something for 3 hours and then not doing it again in a month or in a year. It's much better. It's crazy what you can do like in 20 minutes consistently. It's insane because the effect is geometrical. It's not only geometrical like in your dancing, but it's like, it's a weird thing because it starts becoming like a circle. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about this circle that I found that is like a full iteration of this C's. This C's. It'll take you full circle, and it just becomes that every iteration becomes stronger and stronger and stronger, and then later on, you don't have to create the belief. Because that creates a belief itself, and it pushes you. It's like it creates this fuel. Okay, in Spanish, fuel is combustible, also with a C. So you see, yeah. So always be consistent. If by any chance you'll fall off the wagon on the 3rd day, pick it up and pick it up with your left off and go do it again. Start again. Go back to your schedule or tweak it. Maybe that schedule was not working. So tweak it and go back. Do whatever it takes, but go back to your consistency. Okay? By the way, guys, if any of this is like too hard for you guys, send me a message and I'll tell you, because everything that I'm talking about is stuff that I've done myself. I've struggled with this for a long time, especially when I'm trying to do something new, and I'm always trying to do something new. I'm always trying to do things that nobody thinks that I can do, and I've already gotten used to it. And like right now, for instance, what I'm telling you, like now I'm going for software engineering, and it's a crazy thing, right? Because I'm actually studying with kids that are like 18 years old, right? Same thing happened to me when I was, all these years that I've been dancing. I always dance with people that are like a third of my age, or at least half. And the only reason why I'm able to do this and continue to do it as much as whenever I want. Whenever I don't want to do it, I just don't do it. But when I want to do it, I'll do it. And the reason why is because I follow this technique that I'm telling you. So that's why, like, if it becomes too hard for you, just let me know. I'll tell you how I got out of it, because every one of these steps I've been stuck in for a little while. And that's why, like, I came up with this techniques, because I was at one point I was stuck in one step or another. Okay, so consistency is not easy, but it is so productive. It just is so effective. So it's worth trying it over and over. Try it over and over. If you can't continue being consistent, it doesn't matter. Just try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Always, never quit. Always take a breather, but don't ever quit. Just always say, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be consistent this time. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Trust me, that's the biggest key. Consistency, oh my God, is magic. It's magic. Okay, so that was our number 4. And now I'm going to go to number 5, which is, in Spanish, it's called, in English, same thing. It's called compensate. But I'm going to say that actually what you want to do is overcompensate, okay? And this is actually what I call being smart, okay? How do you become smart about things? Well, you hack the systems. How do you hack the systems? Easy. You overcompensate, you analyze yourself, right? And then you go like, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. So I'm going to overcompensate for all my weaknesses. When? Outside of the rehearsal. I'm going to do with my strengths. Perhaps, for instance, I'm older than all these kids, right? Means I may have more money than these kids, right? Or I may have, I don't know, like you may have a bigger house than these kids. So use your strengths, whatever you have on your favor, to compensate, and then create a plan, a strategy to never overlook your weaknesses. Now, there's a danger in this. Under no circumstances, I want you to look at your weaknesses as if those weaknesses are hard to beat, or those weaknesses are impossible to beat, or those weaknesses are because you're older, okay? The moment you believe that, the moment you're gone, you lost, okay? And think about this. This is a game, and you win by cheating. How do you cheat? By doing things that are hard. That's like cheating, because people expect you not to win, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm going to practice over time. I'm going to talk to these kids, and I'm going to rehearse with them, and I'm gonna offer them cookies. Just kidding, something. But always have a plan. A lot of these kids, I'm telling you this by experience. I dance with kids that are like 15 in my team. When I was like 45, they were like 15, okay? And they don't have discipline, or they don't have, because they're just on another thing, right? So I would do a lot of things, like, how can I say this? It's like I always overcompensated, but like in a smart way. I was like, they're not disciplined and I am. And I'm going to use my discipline to get to the point where I look exactly like them. And at the end, when you saw a show, me next to a 15-year-old, you couldn't see the difference between the dancing, but I knew that I had to rehearse like a lot more, certain things. And in the end, I killed it. Why? Because I overcompensated. I had this strategy to not to take advantage of everything that I have, okay? And that's what I'm doing right now, for instance, in engineering, or in everything that I'm trying to do. I always know that one thing I have is discipline. And because I'm so disciplined, I'm gonna use that to overcompensate for all my weaknesses, okay? So you may have one strength, or two, or three, or four, or five. You have a lot of strengths. And your weaknesses, don't look at them as, oh, I'm weak in this, I can't ever do this. No, just look at them as a challenge, a game. Look at them as, oh, how fun. I'm going to create this new persona, now the new me is going to be able to be more flexible, be more, be faster, be whatever, and definitely the strategy has to include like working smart. I'm going to give you a very good tip, you guys, to everybody, young, older, whatever. The way salseros rehearse is not a smart way, because salseros, the way they rehearse is just by repeating over and over and over and over and over and over, even if it's wrong. So the smart way to practice is, or to correct things, is to go analyze your video, analyze what you're doing, what your weakness is, and work only on that weakness. Work on that. For instance, go to a coach that will help you with exercises to strengthen your lack of agility, for instance, to make you more agile, but only focus on that. And then have another hour where you only focus on your lack of flexibility, for instance, outside of the class. So don't try to do this while you're dancing, because that's not smart. Smart is like attacking, like, dividing the problem, dividing the problem into little sections and attacking those sections. Imagine like, it's like you're injecting power to every section that is weak, and you're like filling it up, and then so that everything becomes even, okay? People don't need to know how much you're doing. The only thing that will happen in the end is that you're just gonna look amazing, but all this work, you did it in your strategy, in your smart way of rehearsing and working. If you guys are interested in having a personal, having me as a personal coach, please send me a message. I'm really good at what I do. Trust me. And yeah, what else I was gonna say? I forgot. Anyway, well, you see, I forget things. So for instance, like me, because I know that I forget things, I overcompensate by rehearsing the choreographies, even by not dancing them. Just I listen to them, and then I think about the choreographies, just to like, I close my eyes and I think about the choreography, so that it's like stuck in my mind. That's how I compensate. Of course, other people don't do that, but that's because that's not their weakness. But I'm being smart about my weakness, and just in the end, nobody will notice, right? If I did this, and I'm gonna just look really good. You see? So that was the fifth point, which was compensate. Make a strategy to compensate, and don't look at your weaknesses as weaknesses. Look at them as gifts to grow, as challenges. Okay. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for being here. And I really, really, really want to hear from you. This topic was asked for me by people who speak English. Many people have asked me about this throughout the years. So I want to know if this helped you in any way. If you want me to continue or deepen into the same topic in future episodes, please, please, please send me send me messages, and also share this with whoever you think needs to hear what I just spoke about. Okay?